Hello and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. I started playing this game for Try It Tuesday and I really enjoyed it. I played the free demo and I've completed the free demo in the previous video. So now I have gone and bought the full game on Steam and I'm continuing from where I left off. Let's see what happens next in Strange Antiquities. Alright, we had just ended day 2. That was the end of the demo. Let's see what happens. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. I don't know what all of this is, but we're getting these at the end of the day. I'm assuming it's all part of one story, maybe, but I don't know what that story has to do with this game or what I'm doing. It's sort of a little mini game thing where I have to drag the mouse or the touchpad in my case. And it will probably give us a clue. The previous one gave us a clue about where to find some kind of object. Because we're running a shop full of occult curiosities. And people come to the shop and ask us for various objects. You can see them on the shelves here. But I'm not the one who owns this shop. My boss, my mentor, went away and left me in charge. And so I don't necessarily know what all of these things are. And that's where the gameplay comes in. I have these books to help me figure out what everything is. And I've been collecting pages for these books. Well, this book, I don't know about. I've also got this one. I don't know if I've gotten any pages for this one. I don't know if I can get pages for this one. I've got a little plant here that somebody gave me. But we also have this map. And we can explore the map. I tried exploring a little bit without having a reason, just kind of randomly choosing spots and going there, and nothing really happened. It just gave me like a little paragraph of story. But if I have a reason to go there, then I will often find an object of some kind or some more pages for the books. See, this to me looks like it could be one of these places along the road here. Actually, it looks just like this one, to be honest. See this section here? And this one here is the one that's colored in on the clue. So if we go there, let's see what happens. Ah, yeah, see, that burned up the card. There is a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. We discovered some new items. And then we can add this to our shop here. We can investigate the items using color and composition. The glass is filled with a blue liquid with a white hair in it. That's silver and wood, iron. We can also touch it. It's cold. We can sniff it and listen to it. Nothing to say there. And we can use our inner perception, which is just kind of like, you know, what's the vibe we get off of it. It seems to make the hairs stand up on the back of my neck. All right, and this tag is blank. We don't know what it is yet, but when we identify it eventually, then they'll have a little tag on it like this one does, or this one. These are objects that we've identified. They get tagged. Let's make some room for it on the shelf. And I've been trying to keep all the necklaces hanging together here, but I'm kind of running out of room. There we go. Oh, I didn't examine this one. Let's look at it. It's got some gemstones. Gold and iron. It's weathered. That's all we know about it. Okay. And we can ring the bell to bring in new customers. Francesca Robertson. Oh, she's got scratches on her face. Good afternoon. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford? It seems to be the talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. Uh-oh. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. We must find an evocant. That sounds familiar, but I don't think I've identified one yet. Alright, we can look in our book. Evocant. Yeah, we haven't identified one yet. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Alright, so we're looking for a stone item that weighs exactly 1 pound. And I can move around the shop with my arrow keys. And there is a set of scales here. And we do have weights. Alright, let's put this little plant over here. Here's 1 pound. So we have to find an object that weighs exactly 1 pound. And it's made out of stone. Oh, that weighs way too much. And I removed all the stuff that was over here so it would be easier for me to see it. I don't have a key to get into this part yet. I think one of these... Oh, that's way too heavy. Made of stone. That looks like it weighs exactly 1 pound. Let's examine it. It is made out of stone. Red paint or perhaps blood. Hard and cool. No scent or sound. Nothing that I sense from it. Well, let's look at our book again. It says the truth, and truth is in bold. Let's see if we can find this symbol in the symbol book here. Truth. Alright, truth is this symbol. Maybe this symbol is on the thing we're looking for? It kind of looks like the Othala rune in Viking runes. Well, this doesn't have that on it, but this is an option. Oh. Why'd you do that, kitty? Oh my gosh. Why did it do that? Oh, I don't know what that does. There's all kinds of little secrets in this place. Like there's that, and there's this thing. And I don't know what all of this does. Alright, I think this is as close as we're going to get. It's made out of stone and it weighs the same. So I'm going to try this. Even though the symbol on it isn't truth, but maybe that's not important. We did it! Identified. The item is made of stone, and weighing it with the scale shows it is exactly 1 pound. Alright, and so now we have some new pages in our book so we can identify more items. Business as usual. Handle your first customer. I just got a trophy for that. They're not technically my first customer, but I guess the first customer in the non-demo part of the game. Let's put that away. Temperance Parker. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He's always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. Okay. Shield charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An Oshatic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. So that would probably mean that there's a protection symbol on the charm, and it's not going to be made of a precious metal. I think I know exactly the thing. I think it's this. Because that is the symbol for protection. It's the symbol that's right here on my counter by the window here. And this is made of bone, and it's made of a cheap metal, probably pewter. So that wouldn't be gold or silver or anything precious. Engraved detailing. Alright. But let me show you here. There it is. So that's the symbol for protection. So that's probably it. Apprentice, identify 10 items. This pendant has a symbol of protection. And we have more pages for the book. And if I want to, I can change the tag. And I can even add icons to it. Hugh Langston. There's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Okay, thank you. This will probably tell us where to go on the map. Oh, it looks like, is that a church or something? Some trees. And a little body of water. Alright, let's look here. Because it's got a cross on top of the building. There's a building here. High Green Church. But I don't know if this is drawn with, like, you know, this being north at the top and south. Oh, there's another church down here, Undermere Church. Ah, and there's a body of water, and there's like a little building right there. I think this is it here. Yeah, this is it here. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Ooh, I like that pendant with the leaves on it. That looks really cool. Okay, so we're done with this note, which means I can put it in my archives. I don't know why some of the notes disappear after we discovered them and some don't, but there you go. I use my books a lot, so I don't want to move them too far away from from this front door here, front window. Yeah, I was going to say, this game is a sequel to another game called Strange Horticulture. I haven't played Strange Horticulture yet, but that one I think is very similar to this, only instead of identifying occult objects, you're identifying plants. So if you're more interested in plants and gardening and that sort of thing, but you still want to play a game that's kind of spooky, go check that one out. Oh, Verona Green, speaking of Strange Horticulture. Eli has picked a bad time to leave Undermere. Yeah, it's kind of sus, isn't it? I've come from the Hungerford house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered oceanic vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. Ooh! There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. And the ravens, very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleaston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vesiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Yeah, I think is this it here? Oh, that's a shadow hold. What did she say? Hang on. Oh, we have a new card for the doctor. These are the different characters. I mean, there's a lot of characters in the game. There's a lot of customers and stuff, but certain characters get their own little cards in here. The doctor. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed. A world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbs' fear, and the Sapphire Curse. And she learned that these maladies could be cured. I think some of these characters are from the first game. I'm pretty sure I have seen the occult scholar Verona Green in promotional things and artwork and stuff for the Strange Horticulture game. And this guy was, oh right, the ornithologist, Edmund Bishop. And so what was she saying? Day 2. No, I want to know what she said just now, though. Can I scroll back? Oh, I can scroll back. Okay. I'm clicking and dragging to scroll back. Or I've been helping Dr. Robertson. Okay, so Dr. Robertson... Oh, not that. Dr. Robertson is this lady, right? And they found a shattered oceanic vessel. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, I guess I'm confusing it with the Ossic ring. Alright, well, we're looking for a vesiger. So what is that going to be? A vesiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Oh, that's why we're able to move the candles around. I wondered why we could pick up the candles and move them around. So we've got to hold the candle up to all the different objects, and if the flame burns blue, oh, it kind of seems to be... Oh, okay. Let's move this over here. Because I wasn't sure if it was... Yeah, it's definitely because of this. Okay, it's because of this thing. Alright, nothing else is Turning the flame blue. So this must be it. Using a candle, I am able to confirm that flames burn blue in its presence. And now we have another page about the Moonstone Guardian. Alright, we've identified another object. I don't know if it matters what color the tags are, other than just for funsies, but that's what I'm going to go with. So let's end the day. And that means we get a little bit more of this story. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower. When they made a discovery, their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Maybe this is what's happening to my boss while he's gone. Maybe this is what's happening to... As I'm working through each day, maybe this is what's happening to Eli. Looks like a key. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Well, let's go look for lock and key. Where is lock and key? The lock house. Number 7. And Keystone Manor. Interesting. So behind lock and key would be behind both of these here. Ah, yep. A large, flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. It bears an inscription. On this spot, in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lock. Oh, so they have beef going way back. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Ooh. That looks like a pendant. Can we hang it over here? It's getting kind of crowded, I know. Let's investigate it. I should probably mention that I actually have a shop like this in real life. I didn't mention it in the previous video because I just tend not to promote my jewelry and crafting. I do have a craft channel as well in addition to the video gaming channel, but the video gaming channel is much larger and I focus on it more on YouTube. But I do make jewelry and other objects in real life. And I do have a website where I sell a lot of things just like this. So I should mention that. If you want to check it out, you can see that at junkwitch.com. All right, let's start the day. Oh, Eli, he came back. Well, the shop is still standing. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. Oh, he went to Ravenglass. Right, okay. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Ooh, that's an interesting jar. Edith Moore. I am not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Oh. Okay, so in the previous episode, there was a lady who came in and she asked for a piece of jewelry. See what she's wearing here? It's just like this one here, the binding seed. She said, I've got this friend who keeps stealing my jewelry, and I want to leave out a piece of jewelry that will punish her for stealing. And so I chose this binding seed. I had a couple of options, but I chose the binding seed because it amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. The other one I think was just like would directly punish her by making her feel bad or something, or make her sick or something like that. But, you know, I wanted her to change, to want to change, so I chose this one. But now she's shown up at the shop wearing it, and she wants to know how to banish her inner demons. So let's see if there's something in here that helps people to be better. Alright, a horned shackle is used to bring about change in one's life and help them overcome personal demons. So we have already identified this one. And here it is over here. So we'll give her this. The item has horns. Yeah, we've already identified this one, but it should be the thing that helps her improve her life. Francesca Robertson. Oh, the doctor. She's back. The Evocant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. And what is a sleep vessel? The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thalamic disciplines: Selenic, Draedic, Noctic, Diurnic, Wixic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. So it has 6 points. Let's see if we can find something with 6 points. I think this has 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this symbol represents insanity, and these symbols represent protection. It says, a sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Alright, I'm thinking it's this thing because it has 6 points on it, and because it's got this protection from insanity, which if you didn't sleep, you would go insane. So I'm going to try this. Nope, that wasn't the item I'm looking for. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. Oh, maybe this one? This has 6 points. There is a darkness to it, as if it holds untold fears inside. Okay, this is probably it. It's got 6 points, and it's holding nightmares. That was it. The item has 6 points. Closer inspection reveals the darkness inside. Yeah, but you know what? I mean, this also has an energy about it. So, you know, and it looks pretty creepy. So it could have been that too. But alright, yeah, we got the sleep vessel identified. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago, I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Oh, okay, that's pretty straightforward. What's a silent breath? There are those that consider the white hart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. The white stag, guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Ooh, that's cool. Could it be this thing? Is this an antler? Oh, it's made of wood. Okay. That wouldn't be it. What would the small token taken from the living stag be? Oh, maybe it's a hare. A white hare. I bet this is it. The item features a white hare, a potential trophy from the white stag. On closer inspection, my senses come alive. Okay. And I guess we just continue seeing more customers. Rufus Shelley. I always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have a personal interest in the celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. Okay, what's a Daedalus link going to do for you? And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Alright, I think I was looking at the Daedalus link earlier. It's a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight. A feather, or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. So I'm going to do the flight, and they're lightweight. Well, let's get our scale out. And if they weigh less than half a pound, something to do with birds. A feather or wings of an insect. There's feathers on this, but this seems like it would be very heavy. Yeah. Oh, right. I was trying to keep all of my animals over here together. Ooh. Look at that. That barely weighs anything at all. And it looks like a bird. Tarnished silver. Raised detailing. I want one of these, actually. I really do. I love this pendant. I would totally wear this. Alright, I'm going to go with this. The bird motif is a connection to flight. Using my weighing scales, I confirm that it is very lightweight. Alright, we've identified this one. Edmund Bishop. Oh, he's back. The Ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. Oh, that sounds cool. Go to a castle and hunt around for hidden artifacts. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom, and run anything you find by me first, of course. Okay. Ooh. Oh, what is this? Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There is a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. I never did like it anyway. Edmund. Is this a map? Use the buttons on the left to change maps. Alright, so there's Undermere. And there's Gleeston Castle. Ooh, to the vaults. Alright, so what did he say? Walk past the main staircase, turn left. Left and then left. Okay, so first floor, ground floor. Where's the front? Okay, here we go. This is the main staircase, I assume. Turn left. Go all the way down that hall and then in this room. The plinth is not hard to spot in the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Oh, we have another book. Gemstones. Oh, wow. Okay. That is a cool looking object. Let's look at the Gemstones book. Gemstones and Their Thalamic Properties by Eli White. That's my boss. Okay, now it gets even more complicated. I am familiar with all of these stones because I make jewelry and I'm an amateur gemologist. I don't know if I've ever heard of Vivianite though. But I'm familiar with the rest. So now, not only are we looking at these artifacts and the symbols that might be on them, now we have to consider the gemstones and what those might mean. Because we have all of these objects with gemstones on them. And that might be another clue to helping us identify them. Alright, well let's take this and put it up there and add our book to the collection. This note is done. We have a little check mark on it. So we can put it in our archive. And we still have this map. I guess we can put it down here in the drawer with the maps. Because our other map is in here too. And let's check out this object. Made of stone and silver. Rough and pitted, cool and smooth. It has an ethereal quality to it. Oh, that's cool. Why didn't he like it? And it's the end of day 4. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Oh my gosh. Do I have to try to find that on the map? That could be anywhere. I mean, look at this. They all look like that. Maybe it has to do with this new map that we found. Yes, look. It lines up with the shape of that room. That was it. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Item discovered. Ooh. That looks like some kind of Wiccan goddess or something. The moons, the crescent moons. But this sort of looks Egyptian at the top there. See, look, if you look in the symbology book, see that horned god, the circle with the crescent moon on top, and the triple goddess with the crescent moons and the circle. Kind of looks like this. Alright, well that's the second moon-related item that we've found at that guy's castle. It's day 5, Monday. I have no idea how many days are in the game. I'm just gonna keep on playing till I get to the end. Nope, it's the mailman, David Schaefer. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Yeah, be careful out there. Thank you for risking life and limb to bring me this letter. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it. Not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Is this the guy we met who had the dog? And he was like, oh, you get to meet the great Thomas Pope, as he walked into my shop. Okay, so the triangle. Let's see if we can find it on the map. What triangle is he talking about? Is this the triangle? Mossy Wood. Oh, this looks like a triangle. Heathwood. See, there's a triangle here. Maybe this is it. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. Is that how I say that? Copse? Copse? Is it a copse? Copse? I've seen this word. I know it's like a little cluster of trees, I think, is what that word means. I've seen it in all kinds of different books and literature and whatnot, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it in real life. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Ooh, yeah, look at that big split tree. Almost immediately, I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Ooh, we've discovered these 3 pendants. Alright, we can put this into our archive. We've followed up on it and found what we needed to find, I assume. This has got all kinds of markings around it. And a green gemstone in the center. This one has got a turquoise gemstone and it's made out of bronze. And this one is made out of tin and it looks like a hand. It's weathered. Okay. We are running out of room over here on the pendant side. I'll hang up these hands here. I know, I've actually got more room in the shop, but I'm trying to avoid having to go swoosh swoosh all around. I want to be able to see everything at a glance. But I guess that's impossible. Eventually I'm going to have to use the sides too. Like, let's put this pot over here. Alright, I'm going to go with that for now. And eventually, I imagine we're going to be opening up this side, too. Gus Foley. It has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. An Orford spire. The rite of the red knives. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. Ew. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Yeah. Blood and vitality are in bold. I'm wondering if it's this thing, because I saw the prongs kind of sticking up out of the goat's blood, and this is covered in blood. Iron, gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. A substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. Smells like goat. No, it doesn't say that. It has an energy about it. Okay, I'm thinking it's this thing. Because these little prongs sticking up out of the goat's blood. I wonder why there's an X on the page here. There's not any X's on the other pages. I'm gonna offer this. Correct. 2 of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Yep, that's what I thought. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting this item has been submerged in blood. We got some more pages for our book. Oh, Eli is back. He's my boss. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Can you point to it, please, sir? I mean, you should know what all these objects are. And so just like point to it. Tell me which one it is. Guise of Lillian. Oh, okay. I think I know what it might be. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. Devil's toenails? Are these things, maybe? A guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. I think it's this thing right here. Because... ooh, I noticed a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. This has got a fossilized creature of some sort in it. Yes, the item has an ammonite fossil embedded in it, and closer inspection reveals that it produces an out-of-body feeling. There you go, and some more pages. What's next? Rebecca Rose. Oh, she gets a special card. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. Oh. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine if I couldn't do my arts and crafts and pursuits. I mean, I guess I have kind of gone through that a little bit. I used to really love baking and cooking, and then I found out I had celiac, and I had to completely change how I ate because I can't have wheat or gluten, and gluten is in so many things, not just bread or pretzels or whatever, but it's a thickener in a lot of sauces. It's in soy sauce. It's all over the place. And for a long time, I was really, really sad that like I couldn't bake the things I was used to baking, and make the foods I was used to making. And it's like I had to completely change everything about how I cook. And it was really difficult. It was really depressing for a while when I couldn't cook and couldn't eat the things that I wanted to eat, and couldn't make the things for my family that I wanted to make for them, that I had made for them. You know, like my kids growing up, there were things I had made for them their whole lives that they loved. And yeah, it was a really difficult, depressing time. So, I mean, I can only imagine, based on my experiences, how this person must feel who loved painting and now can't paint. I mean, God, my heart really goes out. Let's look. I know that's not a real person, but, you know, just the idea of what she's going through. Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in the world, painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination or her kindness or her love of life. Aww. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. I wonder why she gets her own card in here. I mean, we get a lot of customers in the shop, and not everyone gets their own card, so maybe she's going to show up again several more times in the game. Or maybe she was in the previous game, Strange Horticulture. My daughter, Baby Jules, my youngest, some of you know her. She's played games with me on the channel before. She and I were talking about this game and the Strange series. I mean, right now there's only two games. There's Strange Horticulture and there's Strange Antiquities. But we were thinking it would be really cool if they did a whole series, and so we were kind of brainstorming what sort of games could be in a series like this. And we came up with Strange Apothecary, Strange Gastronomy, which where you would like run a restaurant or something, but you combine different types of foods and recipes and things. And what was the other one? There was a third one. Strange Apothecary, Strange Gastronomy. Oh, Strange Archaeology was the third one that we were talking about, where you have to identify fossils and artifacts and things. We thought that would be really cool. I mean, I don't know what the developers have planned. I'm pretty sure they plan to make at least another game in the series. Otherwise, why would you call it a series? I mean, you usually have to have at least 3, right? It has to be a trilogy to be a series. I don't know. Does it only have to be 2 books or 2 games or 2 movies to be a series? But I do hope the developers make more of these. These are really cool. All right, so I have 2 options here. Ares Remnant or a Spirit Eye. Let's take a look in our book and see what an Ares Remnant is. Aries the Ram. I'm an Aries. I was born in April. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low-light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Okay, so we have 4 stars here. Aries the Ram. And what's the other one? A Spirit Eye. Okay, what's a Spirit Eye? There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Alright, and there's no picture to go along with that. Alright, well, I feel like I should stay away from it. I mean, it sounds foreboding. And I don't want to expose this lady to anything creepy or anything she's not ready to deal with. So we'll go with the Aries Remnant, if I have one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It probably has 4 stones or something on it. Like this one right here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's made out of slate and a dark purple gemstone. Amethyst, maybe? And it feels rough, and this feels polished. Alright. I'm gonna go with this one. Correct! An Aries Remnant. The gemstones are arranged in the Aries constellation. And we have some more pages. Good luck with that. I'd like to see your painting when you're done with it. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fella a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. The ravens are killing people? Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sun bond. Yeah, there's been like one other person I think they mentioned before that had black eyes. But they're not dead, right? They just have black eyes. And they're in a coma or something like that. So there's definitely some dark doings here in Undermere. Sun bond. All right, let's find this guy a sun bond. A sun bond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. May it be a light for you in dark places. Is it a vial of starlight? No, it's a sun bond. All right, so lightweight. Designed to be carried discreetly, so it would be small, be able to fit in a pocket. Non-precious metal, and it has a gemstone of light. And it'll feel warm to the touch, probably. Alright, let's see if there are any gemstones associated with the light. This one, amber, the sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. So it might be amber. There is a stone called sunstone, though. Amber is usually associated with electricity. I'm talking in IRL folklore, because I think if you rub it, it gets a static charge. This is a stone of water. Peace and safety, earth and nature, fourth eye, stone of sight. Okay, yeah, it's definitely got to be amber. So we're looking for something with an amber stone that is small and can be concealed. It's polished. An orange gemstone. This might be amber. It doesn't really look like amber to me exactly, but okay. It does feel warm. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Sounds are muffled in its presence. I don't think that's one of the qualities of a sun bond, though, right? It's made of non-precious metal. Yeah, this is made of gold, so that can't be it, because gold is a precious metal. Maybe this one? An orange gemstone? Bronze. Okay, bronze is not considered a precious metal. Feels a little warmer than I would expect. Okay, that might be it then. Is there anything else that looks like it would have an amber stone? Amber is usually kind of a golden color, but it can vary. I mean, I've seen amber that's very pale. I've seen amber that's orange, brown, almost red, green. So it's not always this color, but I think this is the object here. I'm going to go with this. This item has an amber gemstone, a stone of light. It is made of bronze, a non-precious metal, and closer inspection reveals it is strangely warm. All right. We done did it. Got some more pages. I wish we had more colors. I guess I'll leave it that color. Let's do this, like it's like radiating sun rays. I mean, that looks like a sun symbol to me. I don't know if the game considers it a sun symbol. Yeah, the sun. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a metal. It also represents gold. But I'm going to go with it. Audrey Bell. Ooh, she's got a little card in here. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grimm in the coming days. A Holgan Grimm? What's her deal? She's a priest. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Wow. Okay. Holgen Grim. Well, let's see what that's supposed to look like. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. The sacrament. Okay. Wolfsong's truth. Doesn't say what that is. And path of the warrior. I'm going to go with this one here because it's got 3 stones in it and it's got some iron, which I think a deity of war would be interested in iron, and I'm thinking that the stones represent the 3 aspects of protection, judgment, and death. So let's see. Nope, that's not it. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. I'm thinking through it as best I can. Alright, it says these are worn by priests. So is he wearing one here? These are horns or a crescent or something? Is it some kind of mask? Well, the other object I thought it might be is this one, because of the stones on it, but I don't know how somebody would wear that. No, that wasn't it either. What does this mean? I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Maybe we only have so many chances to make correct guesses? Or we go insane or something? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's this thing. Yeah, because this is a mask. It has a dark blue-green gemstone and it's got horns. Fills me with a sense of foreboding. Hard and somewhat rough. And let's look in the gemstones. I think... No. There's this stone called Vivianite, a stone of death and decay. That's the stone that's in that mask. Alright, the mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Can we? The gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. We got some more pages. Using the index. Holgar. Oh, Holgar is also in the heart chamber. That's Holgar? Holgar wielding his twin axes, Wolfsong and Fearbringer. Okay. Holgar's also got a whole bunch of pendants on him. And a belt buckle. Oh, look, and his hand has this spiral on it. Look at this. This hand has a spiral on it. On the middle finger. Yeah. Oh, if somebody comes in asking for Holgar's hand, I bet that's what that is. And he's got fear on his axe here. That's the symbol for fear, I think. And it looks like he's wearing one of these hunter's boon teeth, too. Yeah, this is a symbol for fear. Alright, well, we completed the day. Day 5. I don't have anywhere I want to explore on the map or any other leads to follow up on, so let's end the day. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Okay, yeah, this is the next step in this storyline. Now I've got to trace whatever this is. Stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Well, what I can do is go to my maps. I don't think they're talking about any stairs in the map of Undermere, but I have a map of Gleaston Castle. And there are stairs here. There's a lot of stairs, though. There's stairs here, and stairs here, and stairs here. So, which stairs are we talking about? Up the stairs, left and left again. Second on the right. So if I go up these stairs... left and left again. Second on the right. I don't think that's what that means. Maybe here? Going up these stairs, going left and left. But that would be 3 lefts. Left, left, left. And then second on the right would be here. I don't know if that's where we're supposed to go, but I'm going to check it out. Oh, it is. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. That looks like somebody's finners. Leathery. Hard and rough. Hard and worryingly sharp. Polished. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. Gold. Wood. It makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Could it be Holgar's fingers? Looks like he has 4 arms. I don't see any snakes wrapped around his finners. Yeesh. I'll put it over here on the shelf with all the hands and body parts. Thanks so much for keeping me company while I played Strange Antiquities, and I do plan on continuing to play Strange Antiquities, so I hope you will join me in the next episode. Take care of yourselves until then. Bye!